Okay. All right. So, okay, the camera is pointed on our main man, but I'm monitoring here on the side. I can hear you naman. Okay. So good afternoon, Gogman.
So, you know what?
Yan. Ayun. Govman, can you hear us?
Yes, Gov, I can hear you and I can see Gov Ed, but I can't see you.
Wait.
Oh,
Yan.
I can
CCTV
see your
pa ako ng konti.
bunbunan. Yeah, I can see your
Nanginginig.
bunbunan.
Sorry,
Ayan.
I'm just using my iPad kasi.
Oh.
Okay, so sige, go. You go ahead.
Oh. Gomean, it's nice to see you. I've been wanting to talk to you for some time. It's either I have become busy or you're busy elsewhere or we were both doing something else. At saka maraming Zoom akong nakikita. So, hindi tayo nakapag-uusap. And this is a very nice opportunity talking to you this afternoon, especially on a matter that is very dear to our hearts. Oh, tapos na ang preliminary remarks.
Yun na yun. Okay. Actually, Gov, makikinig ako sa what we are going to discuss today. So, yung agenda para we be guided. Alam siguro ni Gov Ernie ano yung I express on the agenda. So I will be enlightened. So I will listen. I'm a good listener, Gov. Alam mo naman yan.
Okay. Siguro backgrounder, Gov, on the direction that you wanted before we were overtaken by COVID and the pandemic. Diba? Kasi medyo naiba yung direction because of the pandemic situation where we're forced to do virtual. But given nung pre-pandemic, ano yung plans ninyo?
Okay. At that time, I was interested in reorganizing Philippines, RLI Philippines. First, I was thinking of 3 divisions, but this seemed to be difficult as a first stage of the work to be done. So 2 divisions is already a big job for us to do and to let these 2 divisions function as it does now. And with the performance of 2 divisions flying across the nation and being heard all over the Philippines, then we can think of other divisions. Luzon, both Luzon and Mindanao and Visayas are 2 large areas. And we can talk about that for the future, no? How additional divisions can be created. And so far, that's the interest that to which I have put my attention to. And of course, with the thought that sooner than later, I will be hearing about the achievements of the 2 divisions, because this can be the beginning of the other divisions being created later on for the Philippines. Right now, we are doing some RLI under the guise of RLI seminars here in the Philippines, and I think it's worth to decipher whether we can pull this together and comply with the realities of RLI before it gets out of hand. Um, as you know, RLI is being towed now into mass training of PEs or of clubs. No? That's not RLI. If they call it RLI, it's a misnomer. It's not RLI. So I have distanced myself from what's going on. And it's good to have met you now and Ernie, the real leaders of RLI in the Philippines, and where the real work should be done and must be initiated. In fact, I feel that the others are merely what you may call smoke screen that pervaded during the period of the pandemic. And it has misled quite a number of our colleagues to say they're finished with RLI. And in fact, they did not. I like the way these two divisions are organized, and I'm looking forward to the time that normalcy will be here back to the Philippines, and that we can all function and work with RLI properly managed and maintained. Is there anything wrong with the...
No, it's okay.
It's okay.
Hindi lang naka-spotlight.
Oh, I see.
Gov,
Oh,
Gov.
Yes.
Yeah, I was your statement. What's happening now is a misnomer and under the disguise of RLI. So I am not privy to that. I know that because we're all to do the greetings, meaning you, me, and me at times, sometimes I'm not there also. So I know I believe in a dialogue. If we bring in Gov Karen to discuss about it, seems like we have part of PDG faculties like Liza Elorde. She's been there for so many in so many RLI training 2, 3, and from 3850, we see a number of them very active as well, like Mark Ortiz, and then PDG, another Oyan Villar. So we have key PDGs who have been so instrumental in introducing RLI to the district. This is what I know. Gov Ernie, can you Gov? Yun
Yeah,
lang
hi.
ang alam ko gabi na set up to, tapos we're invited to do the greetings, and then the faculty introduce are the usual faculty plus the new faculty members graduate. I didn't know hindi to sangkot ng RLI. So we need to put a stop. It can't be like it has to continue. Maybe should invite Karen to dialogue, to a meeting. You think be ahead of RLI International here, Philippines? Kasi
Yeah, actually,
develop Gov.
Yes. Actually, Gov Mean, my my first question also to Gov Ed kanina when we were going through our appetizer, which you don't have. Sorry, joke lang. Yeah, that was the first question that I had also on why his statement was that the ones being run now by Karen is not sanctioned in what way, Kako? Gov Ed explained the structure. Kasi sabi ko, si Karen is the head for curriculum and faculty training. So sabi niya, yes, that's correct. And that is only a staff position created by me to help me as the international representative of RLI. So what is operationally, the people that is directly running should be, that is under the office of the RLI representative to the Philippines are the two division heads, meaning tayong dalawa. So sabi ko, so where does that put Karen? I mean, Karen is a staff. He's the
My staff.
But she's the one calling the shots of, ha?
sabi
No,
ko nga,
ganito. We're the guests.
we're the guest daw. Nawala ka, Gov. Nawala si Gov na naghang.
Bob,
Gov, yeah, yun. Medyo
nawawala
naghang.
ka. Oo.
Ano sabi
Sorry.
mo? We're the
I
guest?
said it would
Naglalag ka, Gov. Naglalag ka.
already. We're not part of the program. I mean, in deliberate on the module.
Oo, diba? O kung anong module, kung sino yung mga tatao, the faculty, outcoming lahat dun, it's all over.
No, wala siya. She's
sorry, Gov Mayan, you are lagging.
Bob, can you hear me? Napuputol-putol.
Oo, yeah, ngayon, naririnig.
Oh
Yeah,
my
now
God.
you're back now. Okay.
Oh my, yeah. Internet is still bad. With Odette, we don't yet have 100% of our connection. So, yeah, I'm just adjusting here and there. As I was saying, Gov, we would appear like we're the guest because we're invited to be part in the program at the start for the greeting or at the end to give the certificates. So we are just told that this is the program, this is the schedule. So I really thought, I assumed that it had the blessing of Gov Ed coming from the top to Karen, and Karen was just to disseminate it.
So parang she from what our understanding now, she is acting independently of Gov Ed, and parang lumalabas yung presence natin is the one lending credence to it being officially an RLI sanctioned thing, parang ganon. So how
we will recapture the realities of the organization, and I'm supporting this because this is how RLI was conceived, and in fact, this is the RLI that I supported. Karen remains to be my staff in the office of the RLI representative to the Philippines.
That is also noted by RLI itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our structure is noted and recognized by RLI. Is that correct, Gov Ed?
Yes, and they don't know about my the personnel that I designate to support my activities. as the RLI representative. So in fact, Karen is not recognized in RLI.
Oh,
She has no
Gov.
record.
Ernie, remember the certificate that were signed there?
Oo,
Or
as
or there?
curriculum.
Or
Oo.
there, and she's as curriculum. Our e-signatures there. She has our e-signatures. But will this affect those who completed the RLI 1, 2, 3 of other district 3870, 3850? That I know last year. They completed all 3 RLI, and
The
now we're
faculty.
the faculty, and now we're going. Eto may PEs sa 3810. And I think also Gov Ernie, di ba 3770 kay Gov Oyan? Yung ba yun?
3790. They're
3790. I'm sorry,
oo,
3790.
parang gustong gayahin.
Mm-mm.
Saka kasi, well, yun na nga, no? Parang it's there's that clarity now of the structure. And then additionally, kasi the vision before, well, there is a division, pero we are supposed to support the districts into establishing their own RLI. Kasi eventually, ang pinakamaganda dumami ang division.
Yeah.
Tama po.
Oo.
Dumami ang division. Meaning, each district will be doing, kasi ang hirap naman itali lahat into one. I mean, ang one natin, of course, is the RLI representative of the Philippines, di ba? Yan ang connecting all of us. Pero
Oo.
yung the way things are going, na parang nasa-centralize dito, that is not what was envisioned. Yung nasa-centralize. Yun. So sabi ko nga kay Gov Ed, maybe it was giving credit also to what they've done dito sa pandemic time. That was the adjustment that we had to do to go on the virtual platform. But this, sabi ko nga, hindi naman to magiging permanent na virtual. Eventually, it will go back to face-to-face. And when it goes back to face-to-face, it will go back to a per-district thing.
Yeah.
Oo, hindi ma-maintain yung ganito na parang naka-centralize dito kila Karen. And more so now, in terms of structure, it should not be centralized on her din pala. Parang ganun.
Yeah, para ngayon, centralized. Now, moving forward, Gov Ernie, Gov Ed, what are our plans? Should we call for a meeting, dialogue meeting with Gov Karen? Should we ask an RLI certification saying that the recognized people in RLI Philippines are the following? And I would not know where
Actually,
you are
Gov,
going.
if you go to the RLI website, ang nakalagay na tao sa division, tayong dalawa
Correct.
Oo,
Correct.
wala namang
Tama ka,
personality.
Gov Ernie, our appearance during the start for greetings would add credence. So, like me, I assumed, kasi nasa program, di ba?
Oo
May
nga.
welcome from Gov Ed,
Oo.
greetings lang naman tayong dalawa, greetings. Ako
Oo.
naman, I would assume, the pandemic has made me assume so many things that unlike in face-to-face, we do the preparation. This was made easier kasi akala ko yun na yung module. Puro akala ko, I assumed. And I saw some people who were present when we had our face-to-face training. Andun si
Yeah.
CP Nilo, di ba? Same people.
Yeah. Oo.
So, the same people are in that program with new faculty members. Yun yung nag-graduate. In fact, some of the faculty members are even doing much better work than the oldies na faculty members.
Correct.
Oo. Ang akin lang is, how do we move on when alam ko sa 3810, and I think, district mo yan, Gov Ernie,
Yeah.
Marami ng schedule in place. So we just finished RLI 1 for the district officers. Now we're doing the batch 2 of the president-elect for RLI tomorrow.
Yeah.
So should we appear? Should we not appear? I would not know, but shouldn't we talk to Gov Karen just to remind her where she is, where she is supposed to be? Kawawa naman, what will happen to those who finish RLI, hindi sanction? So sasabihin natin, ay hindi kayo kolor. Ano lang kayo?
Koloro.
Yung mga certificates na, yung mga
Naku.
certificates may pirma natin, no?
Oo, may pirma sa atin, e-certificate.
May pirma din ni Gov Ed.
Meron nga. So, fake news ba yun? Andun tayo. They will always say, oh, umappear kayo, nag-greeting pa kayo, you appeared in the end, nag-distribute, nag-congratulate. Yun na yun. So, atin siguro is moving forward.
Yeah,
Unless
I
we
think
have something against what was taught, it was basic, the interaction, the breakout session. Although meron akong feedback, Gob, this was sa district namin, if you notice, tapos ng 3850 and 3870. Ang 3860 ayaw talaga because it was overlapping on the trainings that they had in the district.
right.
So, di ba, RLI 1 is basic Rotary. Rotary basics ang RLI 1. And then RLI 2 was moving forward, but these were also incorporated in the new approach in their training in the district. Kasi ano na sila they were inviting speakers, not limited sa Philippines, but all over the world. Even IA trainers were invited to talk. So sabi nila, they want to give priority muna to the trainings in the district. And even if I said, oh, let's do it early now, hindi, kasi they have to do also the preparations for the PGEs and the AGEs. So it had never been perfect in our district. Alam ni Gov Karen yan. I was just so frustrated na I'm handling Southern Philippines and yet my district could not come on board. I already had 2 district trainers on board. They will give respect to the district governor. They cannot do anything if the district governor will say no. So walang magawa ang DG. Anyway, we need to move forward. What are we to do moving forward?
Moving forward is for you and Gov Ernie to now assume the office to which you have been appointed. You as division head of BISMIN, Visayas Mindanao, and Ernie as division head of Luzon. Then you can have your function. You recover your functions that have been apparently what do you call it? Grab.
Oo, hindi naman grab. Hindi naman grab. Oh, maybe I'd like to admit candidly, it was a pleasant grabbing for me. It was a pleasant grabbing because my responsibility at that time, during the height of the pandemic and all, my situation was not good. And I was just happy that Gov Karen took over. We handled the southern part. That was my area. And I was very happy. It took off. And I did not know that it wasn't sanctioned because, as I said, we did the greetings, we did the welcome, we also did the congratulations and all. And the certificates were presented to us and they asked for our e-signature. These were the early RLI trainings last year
Yeah.
and year. So to
Yeah.
me, I welcomed it because I knew I didn't have time. I didn't have time
You,
to do that. I wasn't in the right mind to do it as well. So I'm still adjusting everything, coping. Meron akong ano gobe, panic attacks, frequent panic attacks. Kaya mood to. Parang ano, internet connection biglang woo, biglang ganyan. but yes, as I said candidly, I really welcomed, and I was thankful that Gov Karen kept up to do this, thinking that it was authorized. But again, if I just like to say that we just need to correct the setup, the organization, and in a nice way. I believe in yung peaceful resolution.
Yeah, of course,
You
of
can
course.
feel, yeah, peaceful resolution. Having appointed Gov Karen as staff, though the module is there actually, Gov Karen in all the trainings, it's just in the intro, moderator, and calling all the faculty members. We need to identify now the good faculty members who can be in that module for Northern Philippines, Southern Philippines. Di ba, Gov Ernie? Nakikita
Yeah.
naman natin, oo. And then we can tweak the module a little and the time in this setup. I even complained to Gov Ernie na from 7:45 in the morning all the way to 4 or 5 in the afternoon, ang sakit sa puwet, Gov. Ang sakit sa puwet ko nakaupo. Kasi naka-Zoom palagi. Lately, sasabihin ni CP Nilo, video
Nito.
on. Oh my
Oh,
God, hindi na ako
hindi
makahiga.
hindi pwedeng maka-off ang video.
Oo, on. And sometimes pag masakit na yung puwet ko, I turn off the video. I change device to my cell phone so I can lie down on my back. Ngayon, hindi nakaupo straight, nakatitig lang ganyan, pretending to hear, pretending to listen. Okay. But yeah, I've identified good speakers. Of course, Gov Lisa and Gov Oyan. Hands down. Gov Bing Juarez. Hands down ako dun sa tatlo. Gov Bing, Gov Liza, and Gov Oyan. So with those three key, I don't know if you can add more names to that, Gov Ernie, but with those three faculty, we can create perhaps the division or the module, a new organizational structure for 2022. So RLI 2022 will be this. And Gov Karen now has conflict of interest because she's the district trainer of 3810. Kaya naging blown out na to. Ang
No.
daming RLI.
we will try to regularize the appointment of Karen.
Yes.
Because right now she has no appointment.
Oh, so floating. Ay, kolorum nga eh.
Kolorum siya, di ba? She's not even appointed as a staff, my staff.
Oh gosh. So if we have a structure.
I guess siguro even before we have a dialogue, it should be a talk between Gov Ed and Karen muna.
Yes, Gov
Between the two
Ernie.
of them.
Sila muna. Gov, mag-ano muna
Mag-settle
kayo.
muna sila.
I will ask
Ano
her,
kami eh.
do you want to renew your designation as my
Hindi. Renew meron ka bang appointment? Sabi mo, hindi formal.
I was the one who appointed her.
Is that
as my staff.
But as long as your staff, but as long as you're there, she's still your staff. Wala man kayang term.
Yeah, so she's responsible only to me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Why is she teaching you?
Parang ibig sabihin ni Gov Ed nag-overreach.
Yeah.
So I think it should be a talk between the two of them first. And then once they're settled, then we can sit together and sort of have a delineation of responsibilities on who and what we're supposed to do. Diba?
Yeah,
Parang ganon. And then
again,
again,
sorry. Go ahead, Gov Ernie.
yeah, one of the reason actually why 3810 did not resume RLI for a long time, because remember after the Makati Shangri-La thing, which was
Yes.
January of 2020, di ba?
Yes, yes.
So after that, we were supposed to proceed na, but we were overtaken by ECQ March 17 of
Yes.
2020. So nung nag-ECQ, and then they were nagtatanong sila palagi, oh, paano na? Ako naman, I was thinking, kasi iba pa rin, alam mo, Gov, ikaw, alam mo rin naman to, iba pa rin yung face-to-face sa virtual.
Exactly.
Diba?
Iba talaga. Ibang-iba.
Oo, binibiro ko nga si Oyan. Sabi ko, Oyan, I can feel your energy. Pinipilit mong i-up yung energy. No?
Yes,
Pero
sobra.
di ba? Sigaw ka na nga ng sigaw dyan. Pero sa gallery, nakikita mo bang reaction? Sabi nga, yun na nga. Sabi niya, ang hirap nito pinipilit ko na nga. Pero makikita mo sa gallery, nakatingin lang sa'yo. Sabi ko, both of us, sabi ko, ikaw mag-a-IA ka na nga. Pero dito sa regional level na trainings na ginagawa natin, anong rating mo dito sa Zoom? Sabi, wala. Talagang iba ang face-to-face. So,
iba.
Actually, so going back, the reason why this 3810 thing was delayed, kasi I was hoping for the time to come na mag-face-to-face. Doon ko ibabalik ang 3810. Kasi I wanted face-to-face.
Okay.
And then, giving credit naman to Karen and sila Mark, naitayo naman nila yung virtual platform. Although talagang hirap yung virtual dito sa konsepto ng RLI. So that's where the thing the difference lies. This platform of virtual platform, for me, I see it as temporary. And then RLI itself has not changed its policy na ang takbo ng RLI pa rin is on a face-to-face. It has not changed its policy even during this pandemic. So yung iniisip nila Karen na, well, of course now we're because it's virtual, we're getting the best of the trainers to be there training people from all over. Pero pag nagbalik ng face-to-face, mawawala na naman yan. Magkakanya-kanya pa rin eventually. Diba? That's why, ang sa akin, it's really important that we are able to establish yung faculty and the group on a per district. Kasi pag bumalik tayo sa face-to-face, maiiwanan yan pagka hindi sila matatag. Diba? Oo. So,
Yeah.
parang ganun. And then, sinasabi ko ng Goved, yung fine line, hindi na i-stress. Yung fine line between RLI and Rotary.
Yeah.
Because while RI endorses RLI, but RLI is on the position that we are not part of Rotary.
Correct.
Diba? Oo. So yung sinasabi mong situation ninyo dyan, na yung governor ninyo ayaw doon sa RLI, that's what happens if we mix the two Pag nag-mix ang dalawa, doon nagkakaproblema kasi yung RLI now is dependent on the governor. Paano nga may taon na hindi gusto ng governor yung RLI, matutulog tayo. Parang ganon. Whereas RLI, if you look at RLI itself, RLI is supposed to work independently. Tumitimbre tayo sa district governor, syempre. Dahil gusto nating ma-calendar ng maayos yung training natin na hindi babangga sa mga events niya, di ba? Parang ganon.
Yeah.
But the governor actually cannot dictate on RLI na huwag kayong mag-RLI on this day. Walang ganon di ba? So ang worry ko, parang lalo na dito sa amin kasi nga pumasok yung RLI with the PEs, ano?
Yes.
Baka nawawala yung fine line na yon. More so, sabi mo nga, si Karen din yung district trainer, di ba? So
Yes.
parang pag hinayaang ganito, tapos nag-iba na yung leadership na governor at hindi na trainer si Karen. Tapos yung bagong governor, iba ng takbo ng vision niya. Magkakaproblema yung RLI on how to go about things kasi hindi na pareho yung sitwasyon. Diba? So that's why that fine line, we have to maintain that fine line.
Correct. Actually, Gov, ang ginagawa ko rin is I play up the role of past RI Vice President Mike McGovern. Diba,
Right.
and polio coordinator ako, siya boss
Yes.
ko. So
Oo.
I play it up by saying, o tingnan mo to, si Mike McGovern is the chair of RLI now. So it was easy to convince, well, 3850 was easy to convince. That was when Mike McGovern became chair last year. Kaya lang yung sa district namin, yun na nga, they have what you call, yung dependent on the governor's go signal. Although the DGE wants to do this and do that, nahihiya siya to go ahead kasi yung mag-participate sa RLI would be officers also of the DG. Yun, most often sabi ko, hey, DGE Lilo, let's start now kasi hindi pa on board yung mga officers mo. Makatapos tayo ng RLI 1, 2, 3. Hindi rin kasi siya rin medyo she's still doing her preparation and finalizing her lineup as of until now. Kaya palagi ko sinasabi, hindi ka pa kumpleto sa lineup mo. Yung ibang district tapos na sa pre-pet. Sa district namin wala pa. So I can't push it yet. I just share to her and also to go Ana dumating si Ondet. So all the more wala talaga. Yung parang, okay, tabi muna. Pati nga TRF is on the side. TRF later. Let's help on that victim because this was a catastrophic typhoon, category 5, and I didn't realize that I would be a typhoon victim myself. Yung Yolanda, you say, oh yeah, but Yolanda just passed us here in Cebu. Sila Ana, Gov Ana ang natamaan. This time around, kami ang natamaan. So with Cebu, major contributor sa TRF. Iba yung priorities namin noon. We have to help those who got affected by Ondet. So hindi muna namin na-push yan. Andyan ako sa inyo, sa Northern. So alalay ako sa Northern. So yun yung kagandahan natin, Gov Ernie. Back up. But again, since the pandemic, my participation was to greet, to say hello, sign the certificate through the e-signature, and then appear, if I could appear at the closing for the graduation and the activities, yung interactive group session, papasok lang ako. So yan, tama ka, Gov. Dapat muna si Gov Karen at saka si Gov Ed mag-usap-usap kasi sila ang nag-agree. Gov Ed appointed Gov Karen as the faculty and curriculum head. Yung ba yun? Ay, hindi ko masabi yung title. Ano ba title ni Gov Karen? Faculty and curriculum?
No, it's curriculum development and faculty training.
Oh. Hindi yun yung natanggap ko na text. Okay. Curriculum. Haba pala nun. And since...
She is a staff member.
She's a staff member of Gov Ed.
All right.
So the work that was assigned by Gov Ed to her was on curriculum development and faculty training. So later on the implementation wise, on what modules, how to go through the modules, and which faculty to use as trainer, actually is on our lap.
Yes.
Okay.
As division head. Hindi. And well, of course, kung yung district merong district yung active naman coordinator ng district, then in coordination din with the district head.
Right, right.
Oo, so ganon.
Gov Ed, are you in the chat group of 3850?
No.
No, Gov Ernie, are you in the chat group of 3850? For RLI D3850? Ah,
I
okay.
don't think so. I don't think so.
Because dun galing yung ibang faculty, and I see the post exchanges when Gov Karen will invite, okay, Gov Mark, you'll take care of this. So and so, you'll take care of this. So be ready for our session on that. So ganun siya, ganun yung conversation. And andun din si Gov Oliver, who is the district trainer of 3850. So I
Oo.
don't know if Gov Oliver knows about this, because to me, this is the first time I heard of all the RLI that we've had was not sanctioned or not authorized. So I don't think also Gov Oliver and the rest know about this, about Gov Karen going beyond her role, her staff role, so to speak. But moving on, yes, I agree, dapat si Gov Ed and Gov Karen mag-usap muna. Then we come in, and I think we now define our structure, and then do come up with our faculty group, so we can identify who'll do this, who'll do that. Kasi right now, one woman show si Karen, di ba, Gov Ernie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, sila ni Mark. Si Mark ang
Oo.
sidekick niya. Kung may
Yeah.
Batman and Robin, it's Mark who's doing
technical.
this and that, technical. And then si Gov Karen ang nagbigay nung program. O eto. Okay, fill in the blank. Sino ang speaker? So meron nang na-identify. Si Gov Lisa, palaging yun ang topic niya, pati si Gov Oyan and Gov Bing. Yun yung nakikita ko. The rest, icebreaker ang ginagawa nila. And there are PPs who are good faculty members, like PP Kaloy Ocampo. He's good.
Yeah, Kaloy is good.
He's very good. I like his style. Sa umpisa, hindi nga marunong mag-Zoom. Kikita mo yung anak niya, tatakbo-takbo, paano. But that was interesting. That was part of the dynamics, yung nakakatuwa. So, yes, there are speakers that I like listening still, kahit na pabalik-balik yung topic nila. RLI 1, 2, 3. They're really good.
Yeah. Oo. But like one key example, like 37, like 3850. Let's use 3850. Di ba nag-faculty training na tayo sa kanila?
Yes.
Oo. Tapos active naman yung coordinator. But actually, the coordinator before for 3850,
Sino ba?
well, was it Ronnie or is it Oliver talaga?
No, it used to be. I remember
Ronnie,
it was Ronnie. Yeah, I remembered it was
Ronnie
Ronnie.
Gabalda.
Yeah.
So,
Kaya lang
yeah.
pinasa sa district
Yun
trainer.
na nga.
Kasi align nga sa
Yun na
training.
nga.
Yun
Yun yung sinasabi kong
Oo.
fine line na nawala.
Oo,
Diba?
nawala.
Kasi ang lead dyan si Ronnie Gabalda. Tapos he can work together with the trainer, the district. Ganun ang gusto. Pero the lead is still Ronnie, di ba? Yun yung sinasabi kong fine line na nawala.
Okay.
Di ba? So now we're working with Oliver, but Oliver actually is representing the district, not RLI. He may be also wearing a second hat as an RLI faculty, but he is not the lead. Diba? The lead is Ronnie.
Tama ka, Gov Ernie. Ito yung fine line. Si Gov Ronnie naman, with respect to district trainer Gov Oliver, I think
parang nag-step aside siya.
I think he assumed since it's training, ipasa na lang lahat sa district trainer. Total, umokay naman si Gov Oliver to do the RLI. So, imbis na dalawa sila, sige Gov Oliver, ikaw na total training na to and you're willing to do the RLI for the district, step back din si Gov Ronnie. Parang ako nga, di ba, step back ako sa Southern Philippines kasi Gov Karen was all out doing this RLI for 3850 and
Oo.
3870. So
Oo.
having
like-
said that,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah,
step back.
like in your case, all the coordination of this mean, like from 3870 sila Gopi, is supposed to be coursed through you.
Mm.
Tapos, if you need support or resource, si Karen yon to give you support, whatever. Parang ganon. Kaya lang yun nga, ang nangyari is the other way around.
Now come to think of it, Gov. Ernie, 3870 was also the same. Ang trainer was Gov Jing de la Calzada. Di ba puro classmates ko ang in-appoint natin para madali? So, oo. So, ang district trainer si Jing, si Gov Karen ang tawag nito, ang nag-conduct ng RLI.
Yeah.
Pero si Gov Jing as district trainer, because the district agreed to do the RLI, si Gov Jing also did it. So ang trainer, so yun na siguro naging pattern na dapat
Yes.
umuo yung trainer, tapos si Oliver naman sa 3850. Actually, yun din ang target namin sa 3860 through the district trainer. So it'll be easy to penetrate to the governor.
Oh, pero yun na nga, that's the issue there. Yung fine line nawawala. To the point na tulad ng sinasabi mo, what if the governor or the trainer is not really that with open-minded to RLI, then walang mangyayari, di ba? Parang ganun. When RLI is supposed to continue its work in the district. I mean, we're making timbre out of courtesy, syempre, to the governor. But it's not the end. It's not the period of it. It's not the end of it. Parang,
Ang kung ngayon pinaplano ko is to resume my active role as a RLI representative to the Philippines, so that I can have some authority over certain matters concerning RLI in the Philippines. With that, Karen would have to step back and remain to be incognito because I have not given her any function. She remains to be a named technical personnel ready to be harnessed when the time becomes necessary. Because as you can see her designation, and I think it's providential that at the time that we are preparing the designations, I designated her only as staff of the representative of international RLI, and can only function if I designate her to do something. And she's not no designation from me right now.
okay. So sige, siguro I will wait for how your talk with her comes out to be, and then maybe after that we can have a meeting between the four of us.
Okay.
For the time being, Gov Ed, yung RLI Pets bukas, medyo mag-shy away na muna ako.
Yun na nga ang kwan ko yung RLI Pets.
Oh.
Ano
Kasi
ako, Gov. Ernie?
ako hindi pa ako nakaka-confirm. Pero
Ako hindi pa ako
are
naka-confirm
there-
kasi depends on my internet connection. Diba yun yung palaging, hello, I'm here.
yeah,
At that start, 7:45 in the morning.
Ako naman, actually, tomorrow, may booster shots.
Oh, okay.
Oo. Kaya hindi pa ako nagko-confirm.
Hmm. All right.
Si Mark yata i-prepare ng sariling musical background when he is introduced.
May ganun na ngayon.
Eh, gusto ata niya, meron siyang sariling musical background.
Musical background?
Parang
Meron?
tan tararan, tararan, tararan.
Oh,
May ganun ba?
meron
Hindi namin
pala.
naabutan ni Mayan.
Hindi ko yun naabutan. Alam ko bukas may bagong virtual background na naman nakalagay doon. RLI Batch 2. Tanggap mo yun, Gov Ernie?
Hindi ko yata
RLI
nakuha.
Batch 2. Oo, yan.
Walang
So,
yan.
paano yan? Wala ka. Will I appear?
Baka you lost your internet connection.
Masyadong booking pag tayong dalawa, Gov Ernie. Pag tayong dalawang meeting.
Yung sa akin, alam nila kasi ano yun eh, district vaccination day yun eh.
Okay. Yeah, that happened last time, di ba? Sino yung nagmamadali? Si Gov
Si
Robert
Magella.
Coa? Hindi, si Gov Robert Coa ba yun nagmadali?
Yeah. Tapos
Yes.
Magella also had her booster nung RLI 1 ng 38.
Yeah.
Ako na siya bumalik. Yun.
Oh,
Bukas kasi I'm bringing my kasambahays to have their boosters.
all right. Omicron is real. I mean, by household na. Kaya I do not believe on the lowering of alert level. That's just for economic reason.
Yeah, that's true.
Man,
The antigen results are not posted.
Omicron has existed in the Philippines a long, long time ago. We were not yet born. Omicron was already resident of the Philippines.
Wala lang pangalan. Ngayon lang may
Walang
pangalan.
ngayon lang lumalabas ang pangalan.
Dati tawag lang flu.
Hindi, ang tawag ng pusali.
Pusali?
Oo, yung, remember, yung pupunta ka sa tulay bago doon ka,
Yeah.
Ayan.
Okay.
Doon nagre-reside ang mga Omicron.
Basta dito sa bahay namin, Gov, 2 nurses ng tatay ko tsaka tatay ko positive.
Oh.
Ay, nako. Oo.
Recent lang?
Recent lang. The nurses just tested negative. But my dad, because he is unvaccinated, he's been in coma for 3 years kasi, Gov. So, nandito lang. So, medyo matagal. Positive pa rin. Hopefully, after 21 days. Yung oximeter niya is okay. Yeah. Okay naman ang reading. He's sleeping, so it's asymptomatic. I hope it stays there. So, isolation lang kami. We just wanna make sure until he turns negative. Negative yung antigen test namin dito.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's common. Iba na ngayon, dapat daw i-isolate ang negative. Sa dami ng positive, baliktad. Isolate the negative, hindi na ang positive. Dami na. Kaya may bit-bit ako ng antigen test pala. Well, I have ready box of antigen.
Matagal na yan. Kaya lang hindi natin pinapansin yan. Sasabihin nila, lagnat si Juan.
Ganun lang. Ito ng kaso.
Ay, hayaan mo, Gov, tomorrow, let me see if the internet is okay. Sabi ko kay Mark, if I appear, means my internet is okay. I didn't confirm, Gov. I didn't confirm.
I haven't confirmed din.
I don't confirm until I appear. Yun lang. If I appear, that's, di ba, hindi mo nahalata. Gov Mean is here. Palaging ganyan ang spiel Gov Mean is here. Nakaabot ako. Yun, which is really true at that time. Erratic ang internet. So, I'm not telling a lie. So, talagang totoo. So, I don't confirm. I tell Mark, until you see me. When you see me, that's it. Then you can call me. If I'm not there, then I'm not there.
Yeah.
So, yun.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's sad. It's sad lang na, I'm just sad that this truth came out na hindi pala sanction. with all the time. I'm sad for those who participated. Na I think they're not privy to this because I found out only now. So yeah, what about the others? They have the certificates
moving
with our
forward,
signature. With our
uh,
signature.
moving forward na lang siguro.
Oo, moving forward na lang tayo. So valid yung certificates nung the past. Is that what we're saying? Moving forward,
Yeah.
we
Oo.
confirm the certificate is valid. Moving forward, so we'll not rock the boat. Dito na tayo ngayon. We will not rock the boat kasi ang
Okay.
laki. Yeah?
Mm.
And we don't want to nip the bud of those excited to do this, to share Rotary to others. So, kita mo si CP Nilo, natutuwa din ako
Nito.
sa kanya. Oh, Nilo, CP.
Nito siya.
Nito, I'm sorry. Oh, Nito. Di ba he's so excited to be there? Nakikita mo yan. Oh, so. Ano pa yan? How are you? Masyadong nosebleed, masyadong English speaking si Nito eh. So, how are you? Nako, hindi tayo pwede magtagalog dito o Bisaya. Very nosebleed si Nito. But nafe-feel mo yung ano niya, passion kasi in his sharing minsan na, from my farm, I really made it a point to come here. Eh, yung mga short kwento ng ganyan o kaya si sino yun nasa US sa Texas. I'm whispering kasi my husband is still sleeping in the other room. Eh, mga ganyan na mga they really took time. So, yun na sayang, I don't wanna nip it in the bud. We have to go first to Gov Karen. Gov Ed, sa iyo yan ha. Be nice to Gov Karen, galing siya sa COVID. Mag-ingat ka, galing siya sa COVID. So medyo meron siyang mga swing, meron siya mga
May swing.
olive swing siya. Oo. Meron are you in the RLI group, Gov Ernie, yung papadala siya ng good morning, yung mga ganyan?
Yeah. Oo.
Okay. So, nandun siya.
Doon sa RLI and the RLI core.
Yeah. So, if you will see that she posts, meaning to say, she's okay. Yun ang code niya. Yung, good morning. Pero pag nawala siya, something's wrong. Yun. Doon yun nalaman na COVID siya. Twice. First last year, which was the Delta. This one, the Omicron.
Yeah.
So that's it,
Okay.
Gov. I thank you for
We're
calling this Zoom, and thank you for the clarification, and most of all, thank you for introducing RLI to all of us. I think it's just to clear and clarify everything, put it in the right perspective. But we're on the right track. Ayun, parang Martin Rivera na kanta, we're on the right track. Yes.
I think that when everything has been declared as normal already, and we can move freely. That's the time.
I forgot. Gov Ernie, were you there when discussion was made on a possible charging for RLI virtually?
Yeah.
You were
actually,
there. Okay.
Actually, I was the one who broached it.
Okay.
Kasi, ano nga kasi nga, yung per district, we're supposed to pay $100 per district per year.
Okay.
Tapos, sumulat before si Frank sa akin, or si Dave, ang ni-reason ko nun was the pandemic, di ba? Na we have not been really running RLI because it's difficult to have face-to-face, ganon. So if RLI can hold off first on the dues, ganyan. Tapos, kaya ako natawa on my own lang nung sinabi ni Gov Karen na she communicated with Frank asking how to buy the RLI PIN. Di ba? Nandun ka ba nun?
Wala, I didn't,
Yeah. So sabi niya, I actually wrote Frank, and I was asking him how we can buy the pins. Sabi ko, what was his reply? Well, his reply was, you have to pay your dues first. Oo,
Okay.
so pag kinikwento ko nga kay Gobet, sabi ko, kaya mo, in the first place, sinasabi mo, she is your staff. So she has no personality writing pala.
Oh,
Sila
yes,
sila Frank,
Frank.
no?
Oo, oo.
Tapos, because of her writing that, nadiin pa uli at naungkat tuloy yung hindi natin pagbayad ng mga dues. Yung mga utang,
Oh, okay.
di ba?
So, the other districts mean 3870 and 3850 hindi nagbayad.
Wala pang nagbabayad. Kasi
Oo.
kaya ako nga ni-raise yung issue na yan na since dito sa 3810 kasi dun sa inyo mga bago pa lang. So pwedeng makalusot pa. Dito sa 3810 since datihan na kami dito. So sabi ko, we should charge maski na 500 lang per level, no? So 1.5 for all 1, 2 and 3. Hindi naman malaki 'yon considering that we're not even paying for the Zoom, we're not paying for the internet hosting. We're not yung 500 na yun kakaltasin mo pa yung RLI pin coming from RLI, 'di ba? So sabi ko, I think it's fair enough naman kung 1.5. Kaya sinabi ko nung kay Vilma, yung host club na let's start charging from RLI 2 onward. Let's charge the 1.5 kasi we need to start going back to paying our dues sa RLI. And at the same time, hindi lang certificates yung pinamimigay natin, 'di ba? Nandun din yung official team ng RLI. Nagkakabiruan nga magpagawa na lang kaya tayo sa Avenida o kay Cabman. Remember man, yung PowerPoint presentation ko before. I think one of the slides there, nandun yung the district is required to pay yata. If I don't know kung nandun. Pero I remember when I did my talk with 3790, yung introducing RLI to them.
Yes.
I mentioned that na as a district, pag naitayo yung RLI, then you are obliged to pay $100 to RLI per year. Minimal lang naman actually, 500. Ay yung 100. Pero it has to come from somewhere, di ba? Na para aware sila na i-built in nila dun sa charges nila. Parang ganun.
Pero yung charge, Gov, hindi kasali ang PIN, ha? Lugi tayo kung ilan ang participants.
Hindi,
Per district lang
yung $100 per district per year naman yun eh. So, oo. Tapos yung PIN, a few hundred lang yun. Part na nung 1.5, pwede na, di ba? Pwede na.
Alright, okay. I think that has to be reiterated again when we do a back to RLI orientation or something.
Yeah. Oo, that's why my point is this is a per district thing kasi the district has accountabilities on certain finances. Hindi pwede talagang decentralized this way yung RLI kasi it's not meant to be this way.
Kaya importante talaga yung governor nga, mag-buy-in sa RLI. Unless the district governor-elect will advance it and pay for it. Kasi i-conduct during the term of the DG.
Yeah, oo. Saka yun nga yung point na yung fine line na Gov-Mean, yung pagka nakaka-charge, meron din savings naman yung RLI District 3870 halimbawa. May savings sila from the RLI of this year. Yeah. Na maski na magka-issue the following year, hindi nakapag-RLI, may pondo silang paghuhugutan. Parang gano'n, di ba? That's why it has to be running on its own. And that is also why it cannot be a centralized thing na parang na-envision nila Karen at ni Lamarck na parang magiging centralized yung there will be just one Philippine RLI. Hindi eh. Hindi ganun ang ano eh. If you look at how RLI is supposed to be, it's not going to be that way.
Oh, okay.
You have to
Okay. So we will wait na lang for Gov Ed and Gov Karen to have their coffee.
Yeah.
Virtual
Oo.
coffee together.
Oo.
Diba?
Sige. Okay.
Keep me posted, Gov, and yeah, I'll let you know if I appear or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Sige.
Okay. Ingat.
Thank you,
Bye,
Gov. Thank
Gov
you,
Ed.
Gov.
Gov Ernie, asan yung
Bye-bye.
bunbunan mo?
Papakita ko.
Ayan. Ayan.
Ayan,
Oh, group shot tayo, picture. Gov Ern, marunong ka
Ayan,
kumuha. Ayan.
Magella.
Magdala, okay ka na.
Magella. Come back. Nawala si Magella.
Hi, Gov. Sorry.
Ano
Oh,
na?
Naka-speaker lang kaya nandun sabi. I'll take a picture, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, smile.
Okay.
Dalawa lang
Okay.
magaganda sa screen, si Magella at saka ako. Yun na yun. Bye.
Alright.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, Magella.
Bye-bye.
Thank
you.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.